This is the re-release of Hero Quest. It was one of my favourite games when I was a kid. Today I'm going to open the box and I'm going to show you what you get in the box and what you can do with it. It looks like we're even in focus. Got a bit of a crazy camera angle today, and I have not opened this set yet, so let's cut the seals as carefully as we can. I had to make sure not to stick this scalpel in my finger. And what have we got? I'm really quite looking forward to this. I thought this was just going to be some sort of box topper. This is the little sleeve that some of the miniatures I presume come in. Oh yeah. So this has got all the hidden bits of cardboard underneath it. It's got all of these door frames. In the original set these were cardboard with a plastic base, now they're plastic. Most of the cards, torture rack, the little torture rack, weapons rack, seat, tables, chests, book racks, fireplace, all the kind of original stuff. And it even has something that used to be in the original ones that I thought was quite funny. All these little skulls. Are you going to focus for me? Yeah, all these little skulls. That you stick on top of all the furniture, so that's kind of cool. I didn't know they were going to be in there, but it's a nice little touch. I'll leave this over here. This secondary one must be all the other minis. There we go. So we get all the minis in here. We've got gargoyles and these guys are to replace the Ogryns. Femur, depending on how you spell it. These guys must be the Chaos Warriors, which are now called Dread Warriors. So basically this is pretty much a port of the original game into, or should I say out of the Games Workshop Warhammer World sort of style. So we lose any references to Chaos and that kind of thing. And to the Femur, or however you want to pronounce them. You've got some goblins with hand weapons, some goblins with bows, some skeletons. Let's see what we've got. Barbarian there. There's a number of nice miniatures in here. Now some of these miniatures, like the zombies over here, if you take a look at these zombies, some of these miniatures, they're probably less obviously zombies than the ones in the original set. And I don't know, being less obviously a zombie is kind of a cool thing because the miniature actually looks better. It's a nicer miniature, but it's maybe not quite as cool as a gaming piece because it doesn't immediately say I'm a zombie to me in the same way as some of the older ones did. I guess the rest of these models are pretty clear what they are, so they're good gaming pieces and they're also lovely miniatures. So I'm kind of looking forward to painting these. The board, you're basically just getting a larger version of the original game board. I won't spend too much time looking at that, but it's a copy of the original game board in slightly larger scale. We've got Zargon, I think he's called, on this little kind of shield for hiding your Games Master sort of screen thing, for hiding behind when you're in the middle of the game. It's got some of the information on it here as well that you're going to need. Quite a nice card token sheet, although I'd say that this card is probably thinner than the kind of cards you'd normally get on Games Workshop or whatever games. Rulebook, quest book. Quest book is relatively similar, I'm told, to the original quests in the original Hero Quest, which is cool. and another big spacer to take up some space in the box. So I'm gonna chuck away all of those sorts of things, and I'm just gonna keep the rest of it. Ooh. I just noticed something else, that you get some lovely little rats. Can you see them? Some lovely little rats in amongst this. Now the quality of this furniture is really, really good, and the quality of these little character sheets is paper and it's on a pad. But yeah, the quality of the furniture in here and stuff is really, really good. I have noticed already from even just a quick inspection that there are a number of bent weapons, and they don't actually appear to fit 100% perfectly into this little tray that they come in. So it's almost like the tray itself has caused a lot of the damage, and the tray's there to protect them, so kind of a little bit pointless if you're going to damage the model with the tray. So I can see myself being quite likely to remove this tray and chuck it in the bin. And I'll probably have to find another storage solution. I've seen some foam inserts you can get for the box that are probably going to be a lot nicer. So all these models are going to get painted. Just another thing here, the dice are plastic in this set. This is the normal version of it, plastic dices, and the old original HeroQuest ones had wooden dice, and on the wooden dice the markings used to come off them quite often, or quite easily. So yeah, these are going to be better game pieces, even if they don't look quite so cool. Anyway, so what I'm going to do with this set, I'm going to pop all these models out, undercoat them in a couple of different colours. I'm probably going to go with some greys and some whites for a lot of them, and then chuck on some washes or some speed paint type stuff. For other ones like the heroes, I'll probably undercoat them black, and then build up the colours kind of like a traditional old school kind of normal miniature painting method. For the bases, now the bases are one piece with the miniatures, so for these bases I think what I'm going to do is, let me decide, I'm going to have to come back and figure out how to do these bases. I thought they were going to be two-piece miniatures, which was going to make it a little bit easier, but the one-piece bases is going to mean that I'm going to have to figure out some nice basing technique so that they can all still match each other but be relatively easy to paint. If I'm undercoating in different colours with a base, then I'm going to have to, reapply a colour that's similar to all of them before I paint the rest of the bases, and then probably paint the rims of the bases as well to make them all match. Unless I want some contrast between heroes and bad guys, I guess. I'll need to think about that. The easiest thing that I'm going to figure out how to paint that's going to make this set look much, much better is these doors. So the doors are going to get hit with a grey undercoat. I'm going to do a grey undercoat. I'm going to do a dry brush of some cheap-ish grey to light white acrylic with a big makeup brush, and then I'm probably going to run a wash over the top of them, and it'll probably be a black wash or a black and brown wash mixed together. Sort of, if it's Games Workshop stuff, it'll be Nuln Oil or whatever it's called, and Devlin Mud or one of those kind of things with a little bit of a mix in them. Furniture wise, I'm probably going to do these light grey or white as the undercoat, and then I'm going to run a wash over the top of them. If I do them white, I might do them white, then a wash of black, so that I've got some contrast, and then fill some of the colours in with a few different acrylic-y type paints depending on what colours I'm looking for. Fireplace, I'm going to deal with that almost the same way as the doors, and I'll just paint the actual fire itself a little bit differently. And all these kind of weapons racks and stuff, the brown, these timber ones, I usually like to paint my timber with kind of greys and creams that I've got a wash over the top of them, so I'll probably do that with these. And yeah, it's probably going to be quite a nice set. Now the plan for this set is that I'm going to modify the rules slightly so I can play it with my own kids, and also I take away some of the random movement, so I'll make it 1d6 plus a movement stat rather than 2d6 for movement, because that's the one thing that annoys me about this game. And then play through all these missions and then buy some expansion packs. But yeah, it's definitely a good set, it's worth having. The original game was good, this game's good, so I would say pretty cool thing to have in your collection. Thanks for watching, and please check back and see what I'm going to do with this set. I'm hoping to have them all painted in the next month or so, and it'll be a lovely set, so yeah, check back and see what I've done. Thanks.